Okay. Sicha Hey, Diburei Emunah from Rabbi Yitzchak Bender, Daf Samech Hey. It brings down the Kedusha, Tahara, Loshen Kodesh. So it brings down the Kutaman Torah tests, Yud tests that we learned. The preciousness of Loshen Kodesh with which the world was created, because through Loshen Kodesh, Kodesh Baruch Hu elevated us from all the nations, from all the languages, that all the languages fall and falter through the Loshen Kodesh. In other words, the bad, the Loshen of this Umo has a chiza, because we said that every nation has its own favorite vice, which is like the national characteristics of this nation, that there are dogs and one specific thing more than anything else. It falls down to the Loshen Kodesh. It doesn't control Am Yisrael. And the Ra Koilel, the overall, the one ring to bind them all, as they say, is of all the 70 languages, all 70 nations, is the Medura, the flame of Niyuf, of Tavis Niyuf, that everybody is seeped in it. And this falls down as Mizbatal through the Loshen Kodesh. This is what they call the flame of 70 stars, as the Zohar Kodesh says. That was the Ra Koilel. That's the overriding, that's the all-encompassing bad. That's the one that includes everything in it. That's the burning of the flame of Tavis Niyuf, that everybody is included, all the nations are included in it. This constitutes the of Chashmal. Chashmal is Chayes Esh Memalolo, is this live beings that are talking. Chayes Esh, live being of fire, Chines Chava Isha, through which the fire of the Medura of the seven company is breaking now. Yosef, the Shlem is Loshen Kodesh. It said, Kipi Medaber Lechem, because my mouth is, you see that my mouth is speaking to you in Loshen Kodesh. That's why he said about him, can you find the person who has such a spirit of God in him? Because in Loshen Kodesh, in other words, the way that you conduct yourself with your speech, totally Tikkun Abris, Tikkun Abris is totally that. Because this without that cannot be handled. Tikkun Abris is Loshen Kodesh, how much a person safeguards his speech. And in Tikkun Abris, they are both, one depends on the other. This without that is not possible. As Rabbeinu says that the ikar meaning of Loshen Kodesh is to sanctify your mouth. And Rabbeinu says it out in no uncertain terms. This without that is not possible. In other words, the person whose speech is not guarded is not possible to have Shmiras Abris, and vice versa. This without that is not possible. From the Zohar Kodesh it is seen that besides the fact that Gama Loshen, that talking not properly brings about Gama Bris, the Gama Loshen, the Gama of the speech is in itself Gama Bris. When a person is not careful with his mouth, this is called Gama Bris. That the Tikkun Abris means that his mouth will be complete, perfect. Because if the mouth is not perfect, this in itself is Gama Bris. People think that Gama Bris is only when you look where you're not supposed to, if you do chas v'chalila things that you're not supposed to, and you speak to women too much, or whatever, all these things. It's not the fact that you don't guard your speech. Is Gama Bris also. And Rabbeinu brings in the Zohar Kodesh that there is a flame of 70 stars. This is the Zohar Parshas Shmois. That it's a big flame of 70 stars. It says, can you possibly imagine what huge flame this is? In other, he says, the entire world could not sustain a single star. The entire world could not take it. You're talking about a flame of 70 stars? He says it's a horrible fire. Rabbeinu says that this horrible fire is Gama Bris. That Gama Bris is a fire, is a flame that burns and cremates with a horrible heat of 70 stars. He says because there are 70 bad midos, bad traits. And every nation has a star above that this midah special for this particular nation. But Gama Bris is comprised of all the 70 midah together. This is the flame that all the nations in the world are steeped into. And Rabbeinu explains that this is Bechina of Chashmol. In other words, through the guarding of the Dibur, which, by the way, always should start from learning Shmiras HaLashon. Shmiras HaLashon every single day. A person who learns Shmiras HaLashon every single day has Yeshuas and his nitzol from tremendous things. Yeshuas in everything, in Parnos and Shidduchim and everything. There's a segula, every single day. There is a friend of mine has made an organization called the Chofetz Chaim Heritage Foundation in America. And they have a service that sends you a daily email. Shmiras HaLashon Yomi. And it goes through this form of Chofetz Chaim, Shmiras HaLashon, and the halachas. It takes less than a minute to go over this every single day. It's an Inyan Godel, to subscribe to that. Every single, there are two cycles a year. It takes half a year to go through all the halachas. Broken down to like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, that's it. Every single day. Remember that. Because once you learn the halachas, you keep them. That's the klal. I remember that Yaakov Meir said, if you want your kid to be a Shomer Shabbos, learn with him the halachas of Shabbos. If you learn with him Minchas Shabbos, the kid will be Shomer Shabbos. Whatever halachas you learn, you'll keep. Rabbeinu explained this is plus chashmal. In other words, the guarding of the dibur will be mal. In other words, through it, you mismalo mishtaber the fire of the 70 nations, the 70 stars. He says it's a horrible, horrible thing. What kind of coldness prevails here? Or because people don't know, or because they don't feel enough what's going on here. Because we see how Elach Yidden just, Elach Yidden people, the Yerushalayim, they sit down to talk. Just talk. They don't know that even if they don't talk Lashon Hara and other forbidden things, just talk. It's already called Gama Dibur. It's already called a blemish of the Dibur. As Rabbeinu says, that Sofa Brura, Rabbeinu says in Torah Samech Lov, that means clear language, meaning a clear dibur that is clean, only for Hashem. Like Torah and Tefillah and talking to Yerushalayim. This is called a clean, pure dibur. If not, it's not a safa brura, even if you don't actually speak about forbidden things. He says, when two people sit down and they don't talk in Torah Yos Shemayim, this is Moshe Leitzim. That's the Pshat Moshe Leitzim. Api halacha, you're not allowed to stand next to them. You have to move away. In other words, if they speak Torah, the Shekhinah is immediately with them. It's a mitzvah to stand there and to listen every single things that they utter from their mouth. And every single minute that you stand there, you're giving nachas ruach to the Shekhinah. You're giving it, the pleasure to the Shekhinah. But if he doesn't have Torah there, you should run away from there like from fire. You should not stand there for a minute. For a minute. If you see Berosh Chazal, he says, it seems obvious that we're not talking about people who speak Lashon Hara and Rechilas. Only if they don't have Divrei Torah between them. That's already enough. If their speech is not in Torah Yos Shemayim, and even if there's no forbidden things, they're not saying any forbidden things in that Dibur, it's already Moshe Leitzim, and you should run away from there. The Rebbe Rav Zisha says that when they make the place a Moshe Leitzim, that name of Moshe Leitzim remain on that place even afterwards. This is what the Melech says. Moshe Leitzim lo Yoshav, that he didn't sit in Moshe Leitzim in a place of clowns, of lightheadedness. He didn't sit in such a place that was a Moshe Leitzim from before. And Rabbeinu says in this Torah, Shezeh belo yezeh ifshar. This without that is not possible. In other words, in Kodesh, without Shmiyas Abris, or the other way around, is not possible.